Good morning. how how are you doing today? Mm, is everyone staying warm? I know in Edmonton it was by the time I had dropped everybody off and gotten back home in my car it said minus 32. So brutal. So I hope everyone's staying warm and and if you heard that other podcast, the live that I did, I don't know, a few days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, um, and you were able to just look out for each other. Look out for each other. There are numbers that you can call, places that you can call. Um, just take care of each other. Holy, good morning, Tracy. Yeah, minus 45. So I hope that you and Chris are staying warm, Tracy. I hope everybody's staying warm. And yeah, like I said, if you are able to and have the chance to, like I said, $5 gift cards from anywhere, McDonald's or Tim Hortons. I think those two are good because they're open, mm, well, 24 hours usually, and you can go in and get something warm to drink or something warm to eat. I mean, obviously, $5 isn't a lot, but it's something, and people can go warm up inside. I don't know if you have extra winter jackets or blankets, um, you know, and obviously, your safety is important, so always trust your gut, trust your intuition. But um, like I said, those are some of the things that my family does, handing out gift cards, um, $5, and um, as well as they have mitts and toques and scarves at the dollar store, and hand warmers, a box of hand warmers from Costco or um, Canadian Tire, anywhere like that. They're not very expensive. Anyways, those are some tips. Maybe get together with a group of people, and there's so many groups that walk around and help people that don't have spaces to go and stay warm. So you can help out with that, donate to that, or create your own group and do that. So, anyways, just take care of each other I mean, anytime, all the time. But, when it's cold like this, it's scary. And, like one of our friends on here said, like, where she is, it's minus 45 with the wind chill. I don't think it's that. I haven't actually checked with the wind chill. I just know on my cards it's minus 32. So yeah, the card that came out today says, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. So let's say this together. I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. Take a deep breath in and release. And say it one more time. I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. So I think that is interesting, of course, because everything's always seems to line up the way it needs to. But so this morning I started listening to a new audio book called The Placebo Effect by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it's all about, of course, the power of our mind. And so, and then, and how, we manifest, we, can manifest things that happen, what have you. And then also, I'm reading The Ordering from the Cosmic Kitchen, which is one of the workshops as well that I teach and go through different activities and different workshops. But it was interesting because it was talking, oh, and then I listened to another podcast that was talking about alignment and when you're out of alignment versus when you're in alignment. And I started reading. So everything always seems to line up for me. The card that I pulled, the audiobook that I'm listening to, the podcast that I listen to, and then this book that I'm reading. So, and for me, that's how I look at it. What is interesting about this is recognizing in myself where I've been choosing that fear and then observing how it has been showing up in my life. So, and it's actually, I just got to a worksheet, sorry, where it says my orders are, and I apologize if things are backwards for you. I will figure this all out. It's been a challenge too because I go live from my laptop and then sometimes I go live from my phone. So I think that changes it as well. I'm figuring it all out. And then also I went live from Zoom. So that probably changes it too. So the one activity that I was about to work on is my orders up until now. So that is just, so it's taking a few minutes to think about the events in my life. So what's showing up for me? I mean, right now I'm going to think about it. Um, and how I have been placing orders without even knowing it. Some of the orders are good, some of them are bad. Obviously, good and bad, those are judgments, human judgments. Um, but right now, the point is gaining that awareness about how I have been creating my reality up until this point. So, like I had talked before about the iceberg, for me to understand things, I have to see it in a picture, and maybe this is just how I see it. And if you see it a different way, please like share it with me. I love to hear how different, it's like filling in the whole picture when you have how other people see things, different people's perceptions, perspectives, all sorts of those things. So anyways, I just wanted to share how I see this, creating that awareness of, our subconscious and as well as our conscious. So um say like choosing, I know that I have been choosing fear. Now if you ask me consciously, I'm not going to be like, well, yeah, I mean, like I choose to live in lack and fear and those things. No, those are underlying messages. Subconsciously, that's what's running this show. Consciously, I know, in my brain, I know all the things. I know I deserve the best. I know I deserve love. I know I'm worthy of a good life. All of those things. But to create that awareness about what our subconscious believes, because our subconscious is the one that's running the show. So the picture that I see is, like I said, the iceberg. So the tip of the iceberg is like our consciousness. That's what we're aware of. That's our awareness, what we see, right? And our subconscious, or what we know, what we think we know. Our subconscious is the mass underneath the water. That's what's really in control. And our awareness is like, and this might sound silly, our awareness is like the little penguin on the iceberg, right? So the penguin is aware of what is outside of the water. Like when it's sitting on the tip of the iceberg, it sees what is outside, right? But the only way for the penguin to understand what's happening underneath is if it dives down and explores what's happening underneath. So that is, in a sense, that's what we do, as the observer, as the explorer, as the little penguin sitting on top of the iceberg, right? Um, We are creating an awareness around the whole thing, not just what we see. What we see, again, that's we of course we're aware of that. It's diving down deep and creating that awareness. So you know, like this tells me, or like this affirmation card, as well as the activity that I'm going to do, is creating that awareness about how I have been choosing fear, and how that is showing up in my life, right? And not like, ooh, I'm scared. It's like fear of lack, maybe, just how it's been showing up in different areas of my life. And you know, I'm going to speak more about a lot of stuff, but yeah, so I challenge you to look at what's showing up in your life, and maybe, you know, from a place of love, don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself. Because that too, then all of a sudden we can look and we're like, oh my gosh, I've been choosing fear. Shame on you for choosing fear. The biggest, most important thing is to always love ourselves and have compassion for ourselves, and to understand that we're just doing the best that we can. So don't judge yourself. We don't judge ourselves. We can choose not to judge ourselves. So, maybe, create that awareness about how we've been choosing fear in our lives and how it's been showing up that way. And then affirm that you choose love. So choose again, because you have a choice. You choose love. Today, choose love. Recognize where that fear has been showing up, and then choose again. Choose love. So, one last time, I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. So I hope you have a beautiful day. Stay warm. Take care of each other. Um, and yeah, oh, it's so exciting. Today is 14 days in a row that I've been doing these lives. So that's really exciting. And thank you. Thank you for joining me. Oh, and I wanted to do a little, my friend got me this because this was the first book that I read. You Are a Badass. It was an Audible, and really helped. Well, I mean, yeah, I've read a lot of books. Anyways, I wanted to leave you with this. Feed fear a sucket sandwich. And it's perfect for the card. It's perfect for the card that we pulled. Of course it is. Feed fear a sucket sandwich. Choose again. Choose love. Because you deserve it. Because you're worthy. And I love you. And yeah, choose love. Love yourself. Love each other. Take care of each other. And stay warm. Have a good day.